Can you tell them like the different programs that Pt2 started here in Houston?
Well, the first program we started was a free breakfast program, which party chapters around the country ran. We fed thousands of kids. When we wanted to start the breakfast program, because most of the breakfast programs around the country were in black churches, because Huey said that the black church has always been a big part of the social
Yeah.
network and the struggle uh, of black people,
Yeah.
but we couldn't find a church that would accept Wheeler, all of them, that would accept up and down, yeah.
And
And
none of
so,
them wouldn't let y'all do
no,
the
no.
free breakfast program
So the
either.
first, what the first restaurant was started here was in a little beer joint here called the Hole in the Wall.
Okay.
Central Committee said y'all need to, everywhere around the country, you need to get off the main drags. You need to move into the community
Okay.
because
Yeah.
the community will protect you and support you. So we moved in the fourth ward.
Yeah.
So that we moved in the fourth ward, uh, Reverend Samuel Smith of Mount Horeb Baptist Church.
Mhm.
In fact, it's still there. He's still alive. I think he might be 90 now. But
Oh wow.
we uh, we went to him and asked him could we have the breakfast program, and he said yes. I mean, we almost fell out of our chairs,
Oh
you know.
wow.
And then the thing about it is, they ran an article either in the Houston Post or Houston Chronicle. All these black preachers,
Mhm.
they said he had let the devil in his church,
Yeah.
and that blah blah blah. But he's very courageous. He calls us his sons and daughters,
Oh yeah.
even to this day.
That's
So,
nice. Yeah.
and then we did, of course, sickle cell anemia, which to me is one of our most important programs because the Black Panther Party brought sickle cell anemia, which is a disease that affects black people,
Mhm.
to the forefront.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not only did we bring it to the forefront, we did testing.
Yeah.
And then you had all these bourgeois organizations like the NAACP, the Urban League.
Mhm.
They were like, well, why are you doing tests? There's no cure. But see, we had all the facts. We could tell a person, well, if you, because it's almost like HIV
Yeah.
and AIDS,
Right.
you could be a carrier and you can have the disease.
Yeah.
So we would break it down to people. Okay, if your wife is a carrier and you don't, well, your kids
Yeah.
might not, it might be one in so many percent
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
But then if you're a carrier and your spouse has the disease, well, it's
Yeah.
probably 2 and 4% chance. So we educated people about that. The Tuskegee Institute, people want to talk about that with the vaccine. The Black Panther Party was the first one that brought that to the
Oh,
forefront.
I didn't know
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We were the first ones on the front of the Black Panther paper. So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
just like we used to say about the paper, you're gonna get news that they're not gonna
Uh huh.
report about. We had a program that was created by James, Free Pest Control,
Mhm.
where we would go around and not just this neighborhood, we go, we put stuff out for rats, roaches,
Yeah.
it was effective. In fact, just like with anything, that's when the legislators came up with a thing said, well, you have to be licensed in order to,
Uh huh.
you know,
Do that type of
do
service.
that type of stuff. And so, you know, and then we worked with different clinics. See, that first office,
Mhm.
it was going to become a clinic. Like I say, Mickey Leland at the time,
Yeah.
he became a crime, but at the time he was a recent graduate of Texas Southern University in
Mhm.
pharmacy. So he was going to help us set up a clinic.
I see.
And the police, we believe the police, somebody came by and just shot the building up.
Oh.
And then uh, the code department said, well, this building's not fit to be a clinic. So, yeah,
After it's been shot up.
it's been shot up, right. After they shot it up, so, you know, uh, we never had the opportunity again to get around to a free
Yeah.
uh, health clinic.
Yeah.
But it's just like when we moved to fourth ward, and the programs, we call them survival programs. And you had a lot of people say, well, uh, Yeah, you feed, because we had free food. We gave, at the park, we gave away 1,000 bags of groceries at the Mass Space Park with a, and in Fort Worth, with a chicken in every bag.
Oh wow.
And because our whole thing was, I forget the and we test for sickle cell and voter registration, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And we said chicken in the bag because I don't know if it was true or whatever with the
Oh
New
yeah.
Deal talking about, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, we had all those things, and I'll never forget. Like I said, it was either the Chronicle or the Post. They came to Fourth Ward and was interviewing the neighbors how they felt about us,
Okay.
and uh, and they were shocked because these elders, these
Mhm.
older black people said that we were a gift from God, that we were like angels
Oh.
because we came by and we checked
Mhm.
on them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We fed the kids, you know. So, uh, you know, that was the thing that most. And then one thing about going to the community too, because most people meet us. Well, wait a minute, these ain't the people we seen on TV.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because how they betrayed us on TV, we was thugs,
Yeah.
gangsters, radicals, and they said, well, they just like us,
Yeah.
cause all of us, we all had mamas, uncles,
Yeah.
sisters, cousins. We came from the community. We didn't just, as Elaine said, we didn't just drop out the sky
Right.
like these revolutionaries. We just dropped out the sky. We
Right.
came from the community, and just like I never forget this one cartoon in a newspaper, and this professor at the board teaching his kids, and he said, poverty plus police brutality equals Black Panther Party. In other words, if these things didn't exist, then there
Yeah.
would be no need for us to exist.
Right.
You know, so.
Wow. Yeah.
But the same organizations I talk about, like the Urban League, and all of a sudden year and a half later, they setting up sickle cell
Oh.
foundations. You know,
Okay.
now what they was going to, I don't know what they was doing, but that's
Yeah.
what they're about, money. You
Right.
know, because like I tell people, you know, NWC historically in the past has done some great things. You know, the
Right.
Thurgood Marshalls and the
Mhm.
things, but if you want to find them now, you have to go down to the big hotel downtown where they have their annual
Yeah.
banquet, or you have to go to some social thing. Now they
Yeah.
got scholarships and stuff, but they don't come here
Yeah.
or down there in the bottom. And that's why I
Right.
always ask people, have you ever been to the bottom?
Mhm.
You know, that's where the poorest, and that's why it's
Yeah.
called the bottom, because that's where the poorest of the poor live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't go down there.